Hi, everyone. I'm Olga Villaverde with your latest Newsmax Now update. Right now, President Obama is in China, but before leaving for Asia, he spoke with Face the Nation and urged Congress to act on immigration reform, despite his promise to take executive action.
The minute they pass a bill that addresses the problems with immigration reform, I will sign it, and it supersedes whatever actions I take, and I'm encouraging them to do so.
But Senator Mitch McConnell, the next Senate Majority Leader, says an executive order will be like waving a red flag in front of a bull. The Department of Health and Human Services lowers expectations for the 2015 Obamacare enrollment. The new estimate is about 3 million people less than the Congressional Budget Office predicted. Officials also say more than 100,000 households will face higher coverage costs. Enrollment for new plans doesn't go live until Saturday, but you can window shop for new insurance plans at healthcare.gov. President Obama calls for a ban on internet fast lanes and tells the FCC that the internet needs to be regulated like a public utility.
But the public has already commented nearly 4 million times, asking the FCC to make sure that consumers, not the cable company, gets to decide which sites they use.
The president's asking the FCC to oversee internet providers the same way they do phone and power companies, and believes that's the best way to ensure something known as net neutrality. FCC supervision would prevent the creation of so-called fast lanes for providers willing to pay, while possibly slowing down other parts of the internet. But corporations like Comcast and Verizon call the new regulations unnecessary. More than tensions between Israelis and Palestinians continue to rise after another deadly attack. Israeli police say a woman is dead and 2 others are wounded after a Palestinian attacker stabbed them. The incident occurred shortly after a similar stabbing at a train station where an Israeli soldier was seriously injured. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will use all means available to stop the unrest, including destroying homes of instigators. And still no word from the Pentagon about the status of ISIS leader Abu al-Baghdadi. But military leaders did say he was not specifically targeted during a recent airstrike in Iraq's Anbar province. Iraqi officials reported earlier that al-Baghdadi had been hit and injured. Also, some reports indicate that a top aide was killed in the strike. A trio of astronauts are back on Earth today. 3 crew members of the International Space Station returned home after spending about 5 months in orbit. The Soyuz space capsule touched down in Kazakhstan. And finally, authorities in California rescued more than a dozen missing hikers in the mountains outside of Los Angeles. Take a look at this amazing video. The Lost Church group members were airlifted by a helicopter earlier today. They were spotted earlier this morning when they went missing while hiking in the mountains. We'll have another update for you coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll see you then.